During this series, we've been talking about 3 key relationships that our kids have, and that each of those relationships are represented by a dial in their life. The relationship with God, that dial; the relationship with us as parents, there's a dial for that; and also the relationship with people outside the home, and there's a dial for that. And the thing is that we as parents, we have our fingers on those dials. And so what I asked this week is this, to ask this question: what can I do as a parent to enhance my child's relationship with me? Now, we addressed why that was important, and here's why. Because the quality of your relationship with your kids is going to determine the level of your influence. And believe me, you want influence, and if you're going to have influence with your kids, that's going to be determined by the quality of your relationship with them. You just want that with your kids, because when they start making those big, important decisions of life, you want to be able to speak into their lives and for them to receive your advice. And so you've got a choice to make. And this is what we talked about this weekend. You want to be an iParent, and you need to decide what kind of iParent you want to be. Are you going to be the kind of iParent that says, I rule, I'm bigger, I've got the authority, and so you do what I want? Or, and this is the better way, is to be the iParent of influence, the influence parent, where we build a relationship with them and we have enough relationship that gives us good influence later on when those kids are making some of the tough decisions. So which one are you going to be? Here's the problem, okay? When they're little, when they're just born or just 1 or 2 years old, we have as parents a size and position advantage over them, and we can basically control what they do and how they act. The problem is with that is that eventually ends, and you know that. We don't like to admit it sometimes. And if we don't make that transition from being the iParent, I'm the dad, I'm the mom, I'm bigger, all that kind of thing, to having influence, then what's going to happen is long after that kind of thing is effective, where we're throwing our weight around, we're throwing our size and authority, long after that's effective, we're still trying to use it. And what that does with our kids is they stop listening to us, and the Apostle Paul tells us what's going on, because he wrote to the church of Ephesians, and he said in chapter 6, verse 5, that what will happen if we do that is that we will exasperate our kids. We will cause them to be angry with us. We will lose influence with them because it builds resentment in them. And so, again, this is really important. You want to have influence with your kids, so do I. But you've got to do something about that earlier. You've got to build that relationship with them, so when your size and your authority and everything else aren't the things that control them, you've got to have influence to be able to help them in those key decisions of their life where you want to be able to speak into their life. So again, ask the question, what can you do this week, or what are you doing to enhance the relationship with your kids? I gave some tips in the message about this. We also talked at the end about, if perhaps you've seen that maybe you didn't do that well and you've lost influence with your children. A couple things that maybe you can do to crack open that door and restore some of that relationship. And so I highly encourage you to go to our website, dayspringchurch.com, and give a listen to the message, and do whatever you can to enhance that relationship with your kids. God bless.